It's Clarissa here, and I'm on a new platform, so bear with me if there are a couple of different glitches. Hi, everybody. You are in the limelight today. I've got another really extraordinary guest for you, as usual. Something you want to know about, a great event coming up for you gals, and we're going to jump into that after I remind everybody that you need to be liking and subscribing and sharing. Please go ahead and hit the bell on notifications so you'll know every time we're coming online. And please go ahead and follow me on social because you can find me pretty much anywhere at Clarissa Burt. One other thing that I wanted to show you all, and that I'm very proud of, here is the last publication of the In the Limelight magazine. My friends, the Lamborghinis, are on the cover. Again, In the Limelight is intelligent media for the savvy entrepreneur. To find out more, whether you want to watch these videos, if you want to listen to the podcast, because this will also become a podcast, or follow along with the magazine, just go to inthelimelightmedia.com. You can find everything there. And with that having been said, yay, here she is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bringing on the guest for this week, who I've known for a while and did not know a lot about her previous life, let's say, and why she is so driven to want to be helping women with their mindset, women with relationships, women with their weight, women just kind of honing in and being present and stepping in and stepping up for themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce her now. Her name is Kerry Tepedino. There she is. Hey!
Hi, everyone. Hey, Clarissa. Good to see you.
I am so glad to see you. I'm going to get why do I always do that? Oh, there we go. Okay, I want to see In the Limelight TV right there. Hi, good to see you. I know. Woo, woo.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time. We were talking about this recently.
Yes. We don't know each other well, but I know enough to know that I know, like, and trust you. Yeah. And I love the work that you're doing. And I want to take a real deep dive into that because women are not a lot of women, they have problems stepping in, being present for themselves, self-care, taking care, getting just that right mindset around what they should or shouldn't be doing. And some are shy and some are unsure. So low self-esteem is usually the cause, right? And that's my platform right there. Is self-esteem and teaching women good, happy self-esteem. So without further ado, love, I'd like you to take a deeper dive into how you do help women, and let's talk about your upcoming event in San Diego, which I'm excited for. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, so the Believe event's coming up. But before we go into that, Clarissa, one thing that you and I really resonated with years ago, I think it was probably like 10 years ago that we met. I don't know. We were trying to figure that out. But we have a lot of common friends, mutual friends. And one of the reasons my business was even birthed, so I've been in the health, personal development space for about 20 years, but my company birthed itself quite literally because I was that woman with low self-esteem, didn't feel good about myself. I had, at the time I had an eating addiction. I was 45 to 50 pounds heavier than I am today.
I just saw that picture.
Did you see the before shot?
I did. Yeah, I did. I went in to do my research and went in to look at your video on your website at kerrytepedino.com and took a look at your video there. And there's a picture of you about 50 pounds heavier. I did not know that piece.
Yeah. So, and I'm really open and transparent about that because it's easy to see the person who's on the show or on the stage or wrote the book and think, oh, well, they don't understand what I'm going through, or they were silver spooned their life. And it's like, no, like I built this, right? And so if I built this, you can build this is what I really want our listeners to understand and our viewers. So I was that woman that was broken down, crying on her bathroom floor, right? And super stressed out about work. It's when I was in the corporate world and didn't feel good about myself. And there came a defining moment for me where I really understood that if I keep living the way I'm living, I'm going to slowly kill myself. Just the whole process of an eating addiction or any addiction, right? And it's like, okay, you have one of two choices, Kerry. You can keep living this way, but your organs will eventually fail. And even just the mental and emotional aspect of it all, or you could pick yourself up and figure this out. And so I started to travel the world. I studied with monks. I I studied in India with an Ayurvedic doctor. I came back to the United States. I studied with holistic practitioners here. I just did a lot of work, and what was working, took the cream of the crop of what actually worked and put it together in one place, because that was exactly what I was looking for that I could never find. The community, the mentorship, the strategies, the curriculum, the structure of it all. And so, now we do private coaching, live events. It's expanded. We've influenced over 150,000 women at this point, or I should say people worldwide at this point.
That is so, wow.
It's amazing. Isn't it wild?
Those girlfriend, those are numbers.
Yeah, those are numbers. Yeah, definitely. So,
I was sitting here listening to you talk. I'm like, okay, Kerry, sure, yeah. Well, what if I can't get up and travel the world? Work with well, and that's what's so cool about working with you, is that you have this I'm gonna say plethora of information that you've garnered from being able to travel and all the different modalities with which you have worked. You just bring that all into one room. So you just really have to either work with you as a coach or come to your event, or both. And you get all of that great experience from Kerry yourself, and all of the knowledge. Wow, so. Tell me what happens at the event. Talk about the event a second. You see the ticker tape, everybody going on underneath. Yeah. So if you want to get more information, there it is. Then Kerry's got a nice little surprise for everybody that's listening, but we're going to wait until the end, because yes, there's going to be a discount. Yeah. $600 ticket. Mm-hmm. So
not for you. I know, you're lucky. You're the lucky ones. Yeah. So this is our 5th annual. Actually, this is our 5th year for the Believe event. And gentlemen, we love you, but this is a women's only event, women over 21. And the reason is because women we commune differently. And so we really do, one of our specialties is creating this sacred, safe space for women to do the interpersonal work. So that's mindset mastery, emotional mastery, relationship to self, really becoming and staying present, and then learning how to sustain your results, which a lot of programs and events, I think, have a gap on. Like they might give great information, but then it's like, what do people don't do anything with it.
Right.
And there's a lot of research around that, right? How like 90% of society doesn't, like, they'll get great information, do nothing with it. So this year it's really exciting, because not only is it a new year, but it's a new decade. And so we are lit up. The team is lit up. It's all about your 2020 vision. Day one is all about creating your 2020 vision.
Right.
And clarity around that, and what's possible for you, and the conversation of the yes and conversation, rather the yes but conversation, which is where all the excuses live. And so day one is vision. Day two is the roadmap. So after we get the vision on day one, we actually lay out a roadmap for you to get from point A to point B. And then day three is all about the follow through. Okay, now that you have the vision, now that you have the roadmap, what do you need? What's going to be demanded of you to not procrastinate, not become a perfectionist, not, distract yourself,
to stay accountable,
through and stay accountable.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exciting.
Because you came out with a newsletter, I think it was 10 days ago or so, because you had your first webinar, to inform everybody about the upcoming event, and what you had said on that in the newsletter was, okay, new year, new resolutions, awesome, off to the races, and then 3 weeks in, everybody's like,
exactly.
So the accountability piece is huge.
It's huge. Yeah, and there's actually research on that. I think it's 80% of people by 2 to 4 weeks into the new year have already let go of their goals, their resolutions, however you want to call them. But I would heavily bet that those 80% of people probably don't have a lot of accountability built in around people who will stand for them and not let them slip through the cracks, and breathe possibility into them when they forget, because maybe they've stumbled and fallen, right?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, so about the event. Now I want to take a little bit of a deeper dive. So it's Believe Event 2020. You can see on the ticker tape, everybody, underneath. You can get more information there. It's going to be at the Westin Gas Lamp Hotel in San Diego. Love San Diego.
Yes.
And people need to be going to a warmer climb for a few days. This is the place to be going. It starts on Friday, February 28th, 7 p.m., and then goes until about 10 p.m. on Sunday, 1st of March.
About 5 p.m. Sunday around 5 p.m. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It says 10 p.m. here. I promise it does. It's right there. But okay. Yeah. All right. 5 p.m. That's cool. And then I want everybody also to know about your Facebook, where they can find you on Facebook, so they can sort of follow you and learn from you, which is really cool. So that's facebook.com/who is Kerry Tepedino. Yes?
Right. Yes, we have about 65,000 women there, people there, mainly women, where we really are building them up. It's we have our online show every Monday and Thursday, Happy and Healthy with Kerry, and really focusing on keeping you accountable, keeping you on track. Where's your mind? Where's your emotional mastery? And then the big surprise that we want to do for your community, Clarissa, is normally tickets are $600, but if you're a part of Clarissa's community, then you guys are going to get it for $197. So $400 off.
Incredible, you guys. Wow.
But let me say this. Yeah, I do need to say this. We already have over 165 women enrolled, and we're still 4 weeks out. So we have a very limited amount of seats left, because when the fire marshal says you can't put any more in the room, you just can't put any more in the room. And they watch it.
That means hurry up.
It means hurry up. It means get your ticket now. Hurry up.
That means hurry.
Yeah,
that's great though. Congratulations on that. That is really awesome. And let's talk a second, because we talked a lot about entrepreneurs and entrepreneurialism. Putting on an event in 5 words.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, definitely we have an entrepreneurial audience, right? So this is really important. Putting on events, you need to have done your own personal development first and foremost, because, well, for any entrepreneur, it's your journey building your business is going to be one of the greatest spiritual journeys that you have access to, because it really does start with you, your personal development, your personal journey of who you are, what you believe in, your integrity, your ability to be a great leader, have authority. That all starts from the inside. It's very hard to leave a movement or create a platform or anything until you know who you are, and you trust yourself, you have confidence in yourself, self-esteem, and you know you have your own back. So it's another reason we have quite a few entrepreneurs who are in our community. They come in and they double their income, or they triple their income, because they start to focus on who am I, and then they're able to breathe that into their businesses. So as an entrepreneur, one of the greatest gifts that you could ever give yourself, or anybody who's waiting to work with you, is put yourself first. Focus on yourself. So you cannot give away what you don't have. You can't give away what you don't have.
Where do women start, Kerry? Self-esteem, great, fantastic. I want to get started because maybe my self-esteem isn't the greatest. What, the first step or two that they can do to start really reinforcing themselves and their self-esteem?
Right. This is a great step, and I just happen to have one on my desk, which is funny enough. You can put a rubber band around your wrist. You've probably heard this before, but put a rubber band around your wrist, because the first step that you want to do is you want to switch the conversation that you have going on in your head. If there's a toxic conversation going on in your head, I'm not good enough, I can't, it's never going to work for me. If that's going on here, that's absolutely 100% going to influence and impact the decisions you make, the actions you take. Consistent actions create habits. Habits create results. I mean, just look at even the state of the room that you're sitting in, or your car, or the state of your body. This all started in your mind.
Are women still waiting for permission?
A lot of people still wait for permission, but a lot of women are still waiting for permission. And so getting this rubber band on your wrist, every time you catch yourself having a negative thought, snap it. snap it, immediately replace a negative thought with a positive thought. And you might say, oh, Kerry, that sounds too simple. Okay, great. It sounds simple, but just do it and stay consistent, right? Because we want to get in there. We want to move you from problem focused to solution focused.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think unless you have anything else you'd like to add, we know what we've got an event coming up, you guys, and Kerry is really, I know she's been working on it for a while. They are, as she said, extremely jacked up about it. It is in San Diego. Give the dates again, Kerry.
February 28th, 29th, March 1st. It is the perfect time to get in there, really get your 2020 vision, not just for the year, but for the decade.
Right. Roll up your sleeves.
Yeah, and get a roadmap, get the proper support, get the right women around you, get plugged into the right conversations. You cannot do it. It is very, very hard to go all the way alone. Right. We call that lone wolfing. That is very hard.
What a great tool, if you will. What a great place to go and make new friends. I mean, let's say you're coming in from I don't know where, but you come into a room with people you don't know. Just that fact right there, it might scare a lot of people, but that excites me because there are another, let's say 200 possibilities possibly in that room that are new friends, that are new confidants, that are new accountability partners, that are the possibilities are endless. And this is how I started over when I came to the United States 10 years ago. I didn't know anybody here. I was living in Italy for
I remember
years, So I and it was event by event, business card by business card, hello by hello. What do you do? Well, what do you do? And that was the relation. And here we are almost 10 years later that we haven't really seen or spoken to each other since. And we're still here supporting one another, which is just so to my point, these are the kinds of relationships that we could have been in touch every day or just once in 10 years and we didn't skip a beat. So these are I think an additional plus value to going just to an event anyway, and then Kerry's event. Come on, guys, this is a no-brainer. And the discount she's given us, thank you so much for that. I know that my followers, my friends are going to be so excited about that. So thanks again. Any other parting words?
The last thing that I would say is make sure that when you register that you tell us that you came with Clarissa. We want to make sure that we, really treat Clarissa's friends with extra special attention. So make sure that you let us know when you get to the event, come up, introduce yourself to me, and let me know, oh, I met you from Clarissa Burt, and let me know because I will know that you watch this show, and I want to make sure that I know you personally. So
I've got one last question, and then I'll let you go.
Okay.
How many boxes of Kleenex do you have?
That is so funny you said that. The hotel that we used to have it at would bring in extra Kleenex for all of our events. They would be like
because the work is real, you guys. Ladies, the work is real. So if you're hiding, there's no more hiding. Not with Kerry in the room. That's not going to happen. So
and we have a ton of fun doing it.
And so much fun. Yeah. And that release right after you cry and everything's okay again. Even if you do, there's no shame. Go do the work. Go do what you have to do. Kerry, I'm so thrilled to see you again. I wish you the greatest of luck with your event. I'm going to be in Italy, so I won't be able to be with you, but I know that my friends will be. So thanks again, and we'll talk again real soon.
Bye, everyone.